Good morning and welcome. I'm Danielle Stimpson from Learn Reiki Philadelphia. Welcome to Community Distance Reiki. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. And if you're watching this on the replay, know that you're guaranteed just as fun and healing a time as if you were here live. If you would like to join me live, go ahead and check out that description below. I'm here 5 days a week, same times every week. And you can go ahead and set your usual routine to some self-care. I do occasionally pop in with some streams around world events and astrology, and if you want to know about those, go ahead and hit subscribe and click the notification bell so you won't miss an opportunity. If you are here with me live today, feel free to click that live chat button and make any requests that you might have for personal healing. We'll spend the first half of our time together building a beautiful crystal grid to your requests. You can leave a request for a very general healing, a very specific intention. You can request a specific stone or have me choose it for you. After that, we will transition into a brief explanation of Reiki for those who are new to the concept. And the remainder of our time will be focused on simply receiving Reiki. I will turn down the lights and up the music and send to you wherever and whenever you happen to be. If you want to learn more about my online Reiki classes, social media, Discord, or Crystal Shop, go ahead and click that description below. Thank you so much for being here, and let's go ahead and take a peek into our chat. We have some requests already, so let's get started. Welcome in, everybody. Good to see you all. Grace, welcome in. Brindley, welcome back. It's good to see. Oh, today's your discharge date. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. It's going to be so nice to be home. Okay, great. So we've got some requests. We've got from Grace, healing intention is for heart, love, peace of mind, and crystal request for amethyst. For Brindley, we've got intention for safety, being sure of yourself and your space, letting yourself go at your own pace, asking the world to adapt to you and not the other way around. Yeah, as a handicapped person, I could say that's a hard one. That's a tough one, and I absolutely want to support you on that. Yeah, absolutely. And Dana, welcome in. It's so good to see you again. Hope you're doing well. Let me know if you have any special requests. Okay, great. So let's see. So let's start off with Grace, and then we'll go into Brindley's. So let's see. Amethyst, heart healing, love, peace of mind. You got it. Let's see, for heart healing, I think our old trusty Rhodonite is going to make an appearance. Excellent for everything from unrequited love to heartbreak in all the many ways, but also this is one that can help us to kind of let go of some of our insecurities, including belittling. And that's whether that belittling is like an external voice or an internal voice, or as happens a lot of times, a little bit both. Here is Rhodonite, and I'm going to go ahead and just switch over the camera so you can see what I'm doing here. Katrina, welcome in. Good to see you. Happy birthday. Okay, great. So here is Rhodonite, as I mentioned. I also have some copper here to help move blockages and get the optimal energy flowing. So here's that Rhodonite out of request by Grace. It's also wonderful for balancing the yin and yang within. Let's see. And we also had love and peace of mind. I'm going to say for peace of mind, fluorite. Fluorite is great for calming, relaxing, restoring, and also for finding a peace of mind. It helps to calm us from the inside out. And here we've got some purple and some pale green. You can't really see the green here. These are the actual shape that fluorite actually forms in. And of course, fluorite being fluoride is, wonderful for healing intentions around teeth. Let's go ahead and start that here. All right. And amethyst. Amethyst is just ever popular for so many reasons. Amethyst is a deeply spiritual stone, but it's one of those stones that also embodies many different principles and practices and healing intentions. When I work with amethyst, I see it as one that allows us to get into a sense of balance with what are my things that I need to do, and what really belongs to me, and how can I take responsibility for that, and what maybe doesn't belong to me, what's someone else's responsibility, and how can I make that clear to them. This is very much a stone of seeing what's on your spiritual to-do list and letting go of the obligations that are not yours and maybe don't serve you, or even would better serve someone else. I love amethyst for those spiritual lessons, and also just connection to spirit, that you're not alone, and it's okay to set boundaries around where you show up and how you show up, so that you can show up as the best version of yourself. So we'll go ahead with some amethyst. Thank you so much for being here, Grace. And for Brindley, definitely we have making sure you're feeling safe in your space, going at your own pace, asking the world to adapt to you, not the other way around. The stone that popped up for that, Amazonite. Amazonite is this is another stone that has so many different amazing purposes. But Amazonite is one that can help us to have self-respect and care. So this is a stone that I associate quite often with care, with giving care and caregivers, from nurses and friends and family members who might help us with care, all the way up to and including, say, things like hospice and things like that. This is one that helps us to respect ourselves as well when we're a patient or when we're just a person, so that we can give ourselves the best possible care. So if you struggle with the concept of self-care or standing up for yourself in a heart-centered way, this is a great one for that. So it's one that I use when I struggle with those concepts. It's also wonderful for any kind of neuro, spine, and nerve things. So there's that. But also very calming, supportive. It can help fill in the cracks of a broken heart when we are going through things like grieving and transitions in life. But even more to the point, this is one that can help us come to terms with those transitions in life that are more bitter than they might be sweet. But being able to say, like, okay, this was this point in life, and now this is this point in life, and there will be grieving and there will be sadness in that transition, but it is a transition. It is one to be respected, and one that is real, and one that will transform us. So Amazonite is excellent for that. It's also really great for calming and even for luck. A lot of people use it for luck. So let's go ahead and use some of the darker ones here and here. A little heart-shaped one. Let's do this way. And we'll use a little bit more because today is such a big day. For those of you who might be dealing with overcoming misogyny and things like that, this is considered very protective for women as well. So I hope this helps you in your new transition to being home. For feeling safe and secure at home, letting yourself, this will definitely help you go at your own pace, but let's see. Definitely garnet. Strength in times of change, creativity, but also organizing and balance. That's a huge one. Going home and being able to say, okay, I need this to work for me is going to be a big shift. Like, how do I change things to work better for me? Organization and high level, almost management in a sense. Like, okay, what do I need where? How is it going to serve me best? What things do I need to let go of? What things do I need to get? When it comes to things like creativity and practicality, it can be really helpful with that. So how to best support yourself with what you already have, and also strength in times of change. So this is a great stone for things like that. I'm born in January, so this is also my birthstone. So this is a stone I work with a lot. I think it's really helpful for these times. We'll go ahead and we'll put that on the crystal. It also helps with the root chakra. So definitely a sense of security and stability, feeling safe and secure. And this is also one that's about all things in their time, all things in their order. So it will help you with that. So congratulations on going home. I hope that you'll have a good transition. All the best to you. I know that there's difficult moments, but there's also really good moments when you see your, not only your resilience, but really the adaptability that you're able to say, okay, this doesn't work, but here's what will, and making that happen. So somebody who had a transition from being able-bodied to not so much, lots of love to you and wish you the best. And let's see, Dana, we have you here. Wellness and letting go with love. I love that. Okay, so wellness and letting go with love. I feel like I feel like chrysocolla is a good one. This has a lot to do with making decisions that are in alignment with your highest good, which ultimately makes it a lot easier to let go of the things that don't serve. This is also very spiritually aligned. This is not about, it's not about the practical questions. It's more about the spiritual, like, I'm on my spiritual path. This is a priority for me. These are the goals I've set, and I'm going to work along that pathway. The universe will kind of rise to meet you with that, which ultimately allows you to open your arms wide for things that are going to support you and keep you along that path. The people, the places, the structures, all of that. And again, it just helps you feel like it's so much easier to disconnect from that which does not serve you anymore, or is part of, say, an old life or your previous life, which might even just be yesterday. So chrysocolla. Chrysocolla is found near copper, which is why it has this patina-ish kind of color. Absolutely love this color. So let's go ahead and bring some chrysocolla in. Bear with me here while I digit those. There we go. And let's see, wellness too. Let's go ahead with rutilated quartz. It's an amazing all-purpose wellness stone. It helps to bring the healing energy exactly where it needs to go to support your greater healing. It's also one that helps to give us energy, boost our immune system, and even revitalize us after illness and injury, so it can still support Brindley and really all of us. We're heading into that time of year where, a month from now, oh my goodness, schools will be reopened, so we can all use a burst of energy and some immune boosting for sure. But yeah, this is one of altogether wellness in all ways. So I absolutely love using this stone for all-purpose healing. Thank you so much for being here, Dana. Susan Hart, good to see you. Oh, and Hart, when you said, can I get some of that, just let me know which one that was. I just saw that message. Sorry about that. I'm so glad you're here, though. Ah, gotcha. So let's see where we are. Dana, thank you for your well wishes for Brindley. Katrina, you wanted some tiger's eye and whatever is good for the day for your birthday. Let's see. Definitely we have tiger eye. I'm gonna bring in a whole bunch of it. This is a strand of tiger eye. Surround the whole grid in it. This is another one of protection and clarity, helping to get a bird's eye view of things. A lot of insight there. And we'll also grab some additional tiger eye for inside the grid. Tiger eye is this beautiful golden and brown, just one of those more classic healing crystals, but isn't it just so beautiful? So there's that, and I'm trying to think what feels like a good fit for the day. I know. How about some yellow calcite? It's one of very balanced Leo energy to me, and we are in Leo season, so happy birthday, dear Leo. Yellow calcite is all about a well-balanced solar plexus. The solar plexus is the energy center of self-identity, who you are, how you show up in the world, standing up for yourself, boundaries, but also just the concept of who am I, what are my needs, what do I want, juxtaposed to the solar plexus, which is how do I fit in here, how do I find a place in society, how do I relate to others, the environment around me, the people, the places, the structures. This is one that helps with finding deep joy in our individuality and sense of self, which is a very Leo kind of quality. Leos are very, Leo as an astrological fixture can be very much about self and how you put yourself out there. A lot of actors have a lot of Leo in their charts. So this is one of very much having joy in who you are and bringing that forward. So it's a very balanced stone of the solar plexus. So let's bring that in for your birthday. Let's see. There we go. And And happy birthday. Thank you for being here. Let's see, hoping for something to separate your energy from that of others, not to judge them or yourself. I love that. Because yeah, it's we show up and we love and we care, and we end up keeping our energies separate can be difficult. What's jumping to mind? Two stones, which are very, very interrelated. One is Dalmatian Jasper, which has black tourmaline in it. Black tourmaline helps to keep lower energies at bay. And this is not just like bad energy, but really any energy that's just not ours. It doesn't have to be about being lower or worse, although oftentimes this is meant to keep that away. It also helps us to keep an energy boundary. When black tourmaline is in a jasper like this, especially when that jasper is white, like in this particular case, this helps to keep our auric field clear. So it's just about the energy that's ours staying in here, everybody else is staying out, and anything we're no longer needing, anything that's in our energy field that just isn't serving our purpose or our highest good, it helps to clear that out. So this can be a great stone for things like that and for just empathy in general. So we'll bring some of that around. And one more for that. I feel like pyrite intuitively wants to come out. Pyrite is one that helps, it's protective, yet it helps energy to flow. This is one that can be a great teacher. It helps with brain and memory and those kind of literal teaching regards, but also this is one that can help us connect to our energy centers, so that part of us that feels the pain of others and wants to interact is really like an intuition that has no real place to ground to or to connect to. This is one that helps us to connect to the energy of healing and the energy of our intuition, and to like learn from it rather than to go into judgment or to ignore the lesson and have it be just kind of an imbalanced relationship. So I feel like this one is coming through for that reason, but intuitively this feels like the one to bring in. It is really helpful in terms of being protective, but it is also a teacher of all things related to empathy. So let's bring this up. Put that there. I hope that helps, and I'm glad that you are here. Oh, and Dana, just let me know what you're referring to also, because I just saw your message. Thank you. Good morning from Sue and Greg. Good morning to Sue and Greg. I hope you both are well. Herkimer for Greg, and anxiety and grounding for you. Oh, I'm so happy for all of you. So Herkimer, anxiety, grounding. I have Herkimer right here. Just bear with me a moment. Herkimer can help us with the spiritual side of manifesting when we're asking for something and we want the most spiritually aligned version of what we're asking for. This is a great stone. Double terminated points, there's lots of different styles of double terminated points. That means a stone that has 2 points. It's usually a quartz because this is how they form in nature with points. Herkimer are unique because they're from the Herkimer region of New York, but they have naturally formed in the earth to have 2 points. They formed without a connection to another stone usually, and that's the case here. This helps us to connect to spirit, and it's like a two-way street. So yeah, this helps to take what we're asking for and sort of include that spiritual, high level, what's in my greater good kind of sense. So let's do that here. Making a mess. And here. So all the best, Greg. And anxiety and grounding. Red Jasper has been wanting to come out all day, so let's bring that out. Red Jasper is the ultimate root chakra stone. It really helps us to feel connected with the earth and aware of what is going on around us in physical reality. It helps us to connect to the earth. And if we have an overactive center of fear and safety, fight or flight, if that's out of balance or out of sync, this can help us to bring it back in sync. In that way, it does help anxiety in a great way, but in terms of grounding us, it gives us the ability to feel a little bit more connected and aware of our sense of needs. If there's a needs that isn't being met and it's showing up as anxiety, it can help bring that about. But it also just helps us to feel more connected to our physical reality as it is in the here and now. So I'll bring that in. Here we go. Anxiety. One that we don't often use in community distance Reiki for anxiety, but is totally appropriate here, is epidote. Epidote is another stone that has some very diverse healing qualities. It helps with nervous system regulation, so it can be really helpful if we're working on like grounding and anxiety. It can be very supportive to that. It's another very earthy stone, but it also works with the heart chakra. As we can see, it's green and pink. It looks very similar to Unakite, which is much lighter in color. This can also be great for like the negative self-talk, if anyone's struggling with that. As we're looking to go along on our spiritual path, as we feel anxious, a lot of times we can hear those internal parts of ourselves saying, what if this happens? What if you can't do that? You're not good enough. You'll never do that. You're not smart enough for that, whatever it might be. This is a great stone for realizing those things that we tell ourselves or things that we're repeating that others have said to us, and to kind of neutralize and disengage those repetitious negative internal talks. It's also really great for anybody who's working intuitively with the fairy realm. as well as recovery from illness and injury. And I know that Brindley is working with that as well. So we'll go ahead and bring Epidote in because it hits a lot of those points. And with that, we're going to go ahead and go to that part of our session together where we get a chance to choose between a couple of stones that I picked that might be supportive. Y'all get to vote, and I never know how that's going to turn out. So give me just a moment to peek around and see what might help this crystal grid in addition to and in support of all of the intentions you all have already set. And thank you so much for setting those. This crystal grid is here because of all of those wonderful intentions. And as I pick up those stones, go ahead and continue to chat amongst yourselves. As you vote on them at the end, or in a few moments, I will explain what Reiki is to those who are new to the concept, and then we will get into the Reiki. So hang on one moment. Let's see what could fit here. Okay, so I think I got it. It was a hard one because you all really picked some beautiful options, but here are our two. The first is Smoky Quartz. Not only is this protective and helps to transmute energy, so it doesn't just keep energy away, it actually transforms energy into something better. It's also one that's thought to facilitate the best movement of energy. It's often used to just kind of move energy out, help us change for the better, and help us in our personal evolution. The other is Unakite, which we mentioned that it has some similarities to Epidote. Unakite helps us with a lot of things that are related to femininity, women's bodies, fertility, transition into menopause and perimenopause and things like that, birth and labor, but also with circulation of body fluids, heart, the circulatory system, metabolism. But really I'm bringing it in because I feel like this can help with relationships. This helps with relationships on all levels, but especially marriage relationships and close interpersonal relationships. So as a lot of the requests were around how we relate to other people, this is one that can help us with that regulation of wanting to be a caretaker and take care of others, and then being the caretaker and standing up for ourselves and having our boundaries, as well as realizing that our needs are worthy and worthy of being met. So we've got Unakite. This can be a very supportive and loving stone. So we've got Unakite and Smoky Quartz. Feel free to go ahead and vote in the chat. If you are here live, just type it in. If you happen to be heading over to type that out, if you can go ahead and like the stream, that super helps me out. But other than that, I'm just going to quickly explain what Reiki is while all of you decide what should be added to the grid, and then we'll get started on the healing. So as I mentioned at the top of the hour, I'm Danielle Stimpson, and I've been teaching Reiki for almost 14 years. If you're interested in any online Reiki classes, my social media, community Discord, or my crystal shop, go ahead and click that description button, and all of the info will be in there. Reiki, the Reiki that I practice, is known as Usui Reiki, and it's named Usui Reiki after the founder of this particular style or method of working with energy healing. There's lots of methods. All of them are incredible. Usui's method has become more or less synonymous with the term Reiki in the West. The concept of Reiki as an energy is that it's based on the Shinto understanding that all things everywhere have a soul and have this interconnectedness. All things are interconnected to one another. In that interconnectedness, there's several nuances, and one of those is this spiritually guided life energy or soul energy, and that is what Reiki means in translation. The concept is that all of us have this Reiki energy flowing through us all the time, and it flows through everyone else too, and that's one of the many ways that we are inextricably linked and in a way connected to one another in ways that we often don't think about. And this is not just people, this is places, so-called things, animals, etc. This energy has really just one intentionality, and that is your greater good. Our body, mind, and spirit already know what to do with this energy because they're already working with it. Essentially, the practice of working with this energy, in a nutshell, is my connecting to it and directing a little bit more of it to you to support your greater good. You can set any intentions that you like for your healing. If you've set them here in the chat, thank you so much for that. If you're at home or watching this on the replay, hello from the past, you can go ahead at any point during the stream, now or during the healing, bring any intentions for your personal healing up to mind and let them go to the universe, asking the universe to support them, and the Reiki will help address that. You may notice support on a physical level and feel it physically. You may have some emotions bubbling up. You may become more aware of some thought patterns or beliefs that might be holding you back. You may suddenly find some divine inspiration along your path or some guidance that could be really helpful. Any number of these things are possible, anything else too, and chances are you'll experience more than one of them. During the session, I encourage you to just get physically comfortable, whatever that looks like for you. Sitting up, laying down, whatever. You can move around, stretch, bend, go get a glass of water if you need it. It's all fine. This is a time for you to take care of yourself. When I'm sending, I will turn the lights down. The lights will gently move through several different colors, but please know that they won't flash or strobe. And I will turn up the music so that you can just listen to some very peaceful, lovely tunes that was created by another content creator. You can learn more about her in the description. During your session, just go ahead and notice whatever you feel, sense what comes to mind. There's no need to keep your mind silent because sometimes what comes up is really important. There's also no need to focus on anything, unless, of course, you want to. If you find that helpful, that's absolutely okay. Feel free to take this time and this session and fold it into something else that's meaningful, like journaling or yoga or anything else if you feel motivated to do so. But I usually suggest just go ahead, get as physically comfortable as you can, move around all you need to maintain that, and simply just breathe and be and see what your experience is. At the end of the session, I'll invite you back. You'll hear me inviting you to take a deep breath. And at that time, I'll reopen the chat. And I'll be more than happy to support you with any questions you have or to hear out any experiences that you had as well. So we'll just go ahead into it. Wherever you happen to be, whenever you happen to be, because this energy is part of the interconnectedness of all things, it doesn't matter where you are in terms of relationship to me, whether you're across the city or across the globe, whether you're here right now watching this live, or if you're watching this way in the future, the energy will meet you just the same. Thank you so much for being here. It's an honor and a pleasure to share this healing with you this morning. And I do hope that you will come back sometime soon. Again, I'm here 5 times a week, same days, same times, and some additional streams sprinkled in here and there around astrology and world events. You can subscribe with notifications on if you don't want to miss an opportunity. So with that, we'll go ahead back. We'll see what won the vote, and we'll get into the healing. Thank you for being here. So what is joining us? Both Unakite. Cool. Let's go with both. It's never both, except that it's always both. Yeah, we tend to not turn down an opportunity for a healing stone. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put some Unakite right here in the middle. Oh, that looks really pretty. And for Smoky Quartz, I'm just going to add a bunch of little pieces around. Awesome. Great. So I encourage you to get nice and comfortable. I'm going to begin sending some Reiki to all of you. Thank you again for being here. Happy birthday. Congratulations on coming home from rehab. And just a beautiful day to all of you. I'll be sending Reiki for about 25 minutes, which will bring us to about 10 after 9 a.m. for those of us who are here live. And yeah, enjoy your session, and I will see you on the other side of it. invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Feel free to move your fingers and toes. Slowly start coming back to the space that you're in. Thank you so much for being here today. It's an honor and a privilege to share this healing with all of you. And whenever and wherever you happen to be, I hope that you have a beautiful rest of your day or evening. If you have anything to share or ask, feel free to go ahead into the chat if you're here live. If you're watching this on the replay, or if you think of something later, go ahead and use the comments or reach out to me on social media. I'll do my absolute best to help you. Oh, Vincent, good to see you. Cora Carr, good to see you too. Oh, you're all so welcome. Grace, Susan, Hart. Oh, thank you so much. It's great to see all of you. And all the best to all of you. What a nice way to start our day, right? So tomorrow's Friday. I'll be here at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m., my usual times. And then, of course, on Sunday at 8 p.m. New classes through the end of the year are up on the website, so you can learn more or enroll. And I will be adding very, very soon to the schedule student and graduate practice sessions on Zoom, which will be at least twice a month. They may go up to once a week, depending on how popular they are. It'll be an opportunity for those of us who studied with me to continue getting some practice in the, even though it might be, you know, through a distance, it'll still be a way for us to connect, reconnect, meet one another, send each other some healing, get some self-care, and ask lots of questions in our practice. So definitely look out for that. If you're not signed up for my email newsletter, you can do that by looking in the description below. And yeah, it's been an honor and a privilege to share this with you. Yeah, it is hot already. I felt the temperature difference shift here in my room as I was sending. Yes, you can absolutely join. Yes, Heart, we can definitely text later. Yeah, you can absolutely join those. It'll be going out in my email newsletters, and I'll probably be putting it on the Instagram as well. But yeah, that at least just to start. But for now, it's going to be just students and grads of mine only for those Zoom sessions, because we'll be breaking out into private groups. So it helps if I, know the folks. But there'll be other cool things going on for those of you who have not studied with me. So keep an eye out for that. If you are on TikTok or Instagram as well, the link to the Learn Reiki Philadelphia TikTok and Instagram is in the description. It's been wonderful to see you all. And yes, Heart, I will text you later. I do have some availability later too. Those of you who are looking to purchase crystals, if you remember which one it was that helped you, let me know. If you can't and it came up today, describe it as best you can. You can email me and I'll do my best to tell you what it is and help you put together an order. You can also use the website to order too, whatever I have in stock. If I don't have something in stock, let me know and I'll do my best to get it. I'm able to get some stock that I'm not able to get all the time through Jennifer Vatz's business. You can also look out for Jennifer's channel on here with the link to her store. And it's Jennifer Vatsa is the name of her channel. So Yeah, she's a grad and she doesn't live too far from me, and also like let's support all the cool businesses doing cool things. So everybody have a beautiful rest of your day. Enjoy, definitely stay cool if you are on the East Coast or anywhere else that's getting a heat wave. Feels like so many of us right now. I hope to see you again soon. Take care of yourselves. Have a beautiful rest of your day.